I'm thinking we can use the golf ball.
Okay.
And we can line up the wood blocks as if they were dominoes. Yes!
When you do an engineering project, you learn all sorts of new things.
Because it's heavier on this side, it's gonna bring it down.
Okay.
It works! Okay.
But you also learn to bring your own knowledge and lived experiences to your project.
This kind of knowing is called your funds of knowledge. And things you might not think about being helpful for engineering can be super useful in the design process.
Take, for example, our spider food delivery system. I teach kids about spiders and have them help me care for them, including feeding my spider friends. But some kids are nervous to put their hands in the tank. I needed to invent a really fun machine that could help lift and lower food into a spider tank. So I asked Daisy to help me create this machine, and I brought my knowledge about spiders and what I know would engage even the most hesitant kids.
Basic step on salsa. Step left. And when building with Javier, I actually use my salsa dancing skills, which might seem completely unrelated to engineering, but when I dance, I have to think about how to put together steps in a sequence, which I use to help plan out the movement of our machine.
Oh, these are the kinds of skills, talent, and knowledge that your kids will bring to engineering design. And you want to create an environment that encourages and values this kind of knowing. I'm Javier, and I'm a STEM educator.
And I'm Daisy, the host of Design Squad.
By acknowledging and valuing your kids' funds of knowledge, you create an environment where they are empowered to use their expertise to solve problems.
All too often, communities traditionally underrepresented in engineering do not feel that their knowledge is valued or appreciated in the design process. This can prevent youth from participating in engineering or make them feel that engineering is not for them, which isn't true.
And when you value what youth and communities already know, you end up with better engineering solutions.
This is why creating an environment that values your kids' funds of knowledge is important. It helps make engineering more inclusive, gives young people more meaningful experiences with engineering, and it gathers the best information and resources that are available in your community.
So how do you do this?
Great question. Here are some ways to create an environment that supports your kids' funds of knowledge.
Value it. As kids discover or share their funds of knowledge, make sure to acknowledge and celebrate it whenever possible. Engage with their stories and show enthusiasm.
Make connections. As you guide kids through engineering activities, make connections to their funds of knowledge. Share connections between the engineering activities and your community. Ask your kids questions like, does this remind you of anything in your community? Or has anyone experienced this before? Ask if anyone they know, such as a family member or friend, has worked with something related to the engineering challenge.
Share your funds of knowledge. By sharing your own skills, experiences, and knowledge, you model for your kids ways to value and apply funds of knowledge. Share examples of your funds of knowledge and how you have used them to solve problems in your home or community.
Welcome different ways of knowing. Every kid comes to your program with their own funds of knowledge. Embrace the knowledge they have and be willing to learn from and with your kids. By showing you are willing to share and listen, you give them the opportunity to feel comfortable bringing their knowledge to your program.
Reframe and refocus. Engineering activities can be really challenging. If you hear your kids start to use negative language like, I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough for engineering, remind them of their funds of knowledge and that getting stuck is normal. All engineers deal with unexpected outcomes. Emphasize all the knowledge that they have, which can help them solve their problem.
And remember, it is not just about one person's funds of knowledge. Everyone has different experiences, knowledge, and interests. Encourage your kids to collaborate and share their abilities with one another, or even with community members beyond your program.
By valuing and emphasizing existing cultural and community knowledge, you will create more meaningful and empowering engineering experiences for your kids.
For more engineering activities and resources, check out the Design Squad Latinx collection here.